Oh, hello. This is. I guess now my apparent nickname is FM. I mean,
FM.
thank you for the nickname. Also, to start off.
Hello.
By the way, it's kind of fun.
This is kind of like that guy that calls into the radio station and pump up the volume and then blows his brains out. Actually, I've played this call to a friend of mine, and he was like, "This is like if Tennessee Williams wrote Pump Up the Volume."
Just figured, I guess, since you guys apparently said you'd like me to talk some more, I have clarification about one of the first things you were talking about. You said involving my, like, self-esteem, or saying, like, oh, you're 23, like, you're a piece of shit. It's just something I always go to. I never liked whenever people would give me compliments, because I never really believed them, so I'd always just toss them right out of hand. I never really felt good, because I figured I'd just disappoint them. I guess an example of that was that the last 2 years of high school that I had one
really popular
person who had asked me, because I had lost actually a lot of weight now. I went from 300 pounds as a 5'9" person, because you were asking about my height and, like, how I sound. I went from that to about maybe 135 pounds.
Wow.
Dropped, 300, 5'9" to about
Should write a book.
130 in about a year and a half.
Diet book.
Good old neurotic tracking and anxiety. Anxiety is really good when you can pay.
Neurotic tracking? So he said,
I don't know.
And anxiety?
Yeah.
He needs to write a cookbook or a fucking diet book or something.
For hours, not really doing anything, stuck in your own mind. But stuck in the back of the class as a fat kid, there was a girl in that school who had actually asked me on to a dance. There was a dance coming up, and I never really had went to a dance before, and I still.
Wait, so this girl is inviting him, Fearful Mess, to a high school dance, and he's never been to a dance.
Yeah,
Wow.
okay. Oh my god.
It's like an episode of Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah. Hold on, trying to.
Still haven't gone to. So, of course, the ending is a bit spoiled there. She'd asked me for the first time, and a problem was that I didn't actually believe her. So I spent about 2 or so days specifically trying to get her to not go with me, or not want to go with me, because I didn't believe her.
So she asked him to the dance, and then he tried to self-sabotage the invite.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what he did. I wonder what he did to get her to not invite him. I also wonder what she looks like. This sounds to me like a Carrie situation. Like, remember how they invited Carrie? Like, one of the jocks invited Carrie just so they could dump the pig blood on her?
I think that's what this is.
You think this girl was
she
earnest?
did really want to go with him.
She was in
And
earnest.
he's like, oh, geez, you don't want to go with me. I'm just,
I think his psychic powers are going to come out. I don't know.
And that also I figured I would lose time, or she would have a bad time. And I managed to actually find her another person to go to the dance with.
Wait. He went out and found another person to go in his stead. Like, he was like, no, you can't take me. You got to take this other person. And what was she doing? Like, wow.
yeah.
Wow. God. FM is amazing. This is incredible.
I used to think I hated myself, but like, Jesus Christ, man.
I mean, you know, the thing is like, if I didn't want to go dance, I just would have said no.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just avoided her and then just never went. Like, I mean, he actually went and found another person to go with her.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
That's just one little fragment of the way that works. I'm running low on time. I got to keep it short. But thank you for giving me the chance to talk.
Here's we get a part two.
Yeah, there's a
here.
part two.
Yeah, call back.
Part two to this fun thing, because I realized I made a dumbass mistake. I made an error. I was trying to. You were asking about certain things. I figured I'd try and elaborate. The reason I'm 23 and I didn't do any drugs. The reason why I didn't do any drugs or certain other things is because one, me being big, I also had asthma and bronchitis. So the fact that my family were secondhand smokers meant that the fact that I knew, oh man, if a secondhand smoke could make me cough and wheeze, obviously I can't have actual cigarettes or those major drugs because my lungs would just collapse in on themselves. And the 52 puffs of my inhaler, that fun little blue thing, I would...
His entire family were smokers, and so he got secondhand smoke?
Yeah, and he said he couldn't smoke weed or smoke cigarettes because he was worried that he'd have to take 52 puffs of my inhaler.
Can you imagine, like, his parents are sitting there smoking cigarettes? He's like, hey, guys, could you think maybe you could not smoke as much here? And be like, nah, I don't think we're going to do it. Okay, well, it's fine.
Go up to your fucking room, you fucking weirdo. I'm sure that's what happened.
That's all right.
Probably not be able to do, and I just die in a choking accident. Or an asthma attack, or something less serious. But the second reason is that I'm not really that street smart.
No way.
Like I said, I'm isolated, so the actual first thing I do if someone said go get drugs I would probably walk around and look for someone who looks like they do drugs and ask them, do you know what?
You know, he'd go to a black guy. He would go to the first black guy he's always like, excuse me, sir, do you have drugs? The guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god, I'm sorry. FM, you were my favorite caller, by the way. We're laughing with you.
Yeah,
we're laughing with
like
you.
A stand-up thing or something. Like,
oh, dude, it's like an Andy Kaufman routine. It's so great.
Great.
But he's like, one of the reasons he doesn't do drugs is he doesn't know where he would find them. He'd just go walk around and ask a guy that looks like he does drugs.
Yeah. Get drugs. That would most likely be the way I'd probably get that. But besides that point, to answer the other thing that I remembered you talking about, yes, I do live with my mom. I'm in university, so senior year, so I figured it would save me a few grand to keep living with her. I do want to be independent, for her sake. She deserves her own house alone, so she can actually, interact with other people and not have a Slug Dr. Phil's son just sitting there. I mean, I contribute.
A Slug Dr. Phil's son. His mom should be on Dr. Phil. She's like, I just want to smoke and watch my stories.
Yeah.
And this kid won't leave. Do you have any siblings?
Some girl asked him to go to the dance.
Someone else.
He paid for another young man to go with her instead.
Oh my God. That's how much of a loser we're dealing with, Dr. Phil.
Well, get real, all right?
Oh my God, Fearful Mess is amazing.
All right.
I give her money. I make sure to do chores. I make sure she has everything, so that I'm not just taking.
Mother.
And it's just me trying to keep my stress down. I figured I'd finally just end it with that. And also, once again, thank you. It was actually kind of positive when I saw that you guys actually did hear it. I was kind of afraid you guys wouldn't, or that it would be like, you did it too bad, so we're not going to do it. But it was kind of fun to see that to see it.
He actually cares what we think.
I'm getting caught up again. I got to end it here. Keep it sick. Keep it moving. Thank you.
He's amazing.
What did he say? He's like, He's like, I figured you guys would just be like, oh, he did it wrong and not play it.
I think that's what he was worried. He was like nervous or had anxiety that we were going to like not make. He didn't have anxiety that we were going to make fun of him.
Yeah.
He had anxiety that he just did it wrong and we weren't going to play it.
Okay.
Wow. Fearful Mess, you're my favorite caller.
That's the most simultaneously hilarious and heartbreaking thing I've ever heard in my life.
With me.
It's like
It's like tragic comic, this whole thing.
oh my God.
God.
Yeah.